Welcome to Germany, 1943, and things are, let's call it complicated. Hey guys, just a quick little update before we get into things. The new DLC and Season Pass have been announced. If you're interested, check out the link down below. It will take you to the Paradox store where you can buy a Steam key for Steam, so no harm done, same pricing as the Steam store. And if you use my code and my link, you get all the content, I get 12% of the revenue, everybody wins, and I can keep buying more of these expensive Warhammer figurines because I cannot stop myself. That said, here is the rest of the video. Hope you guys have fun. I have more painting to do. Oh god, I have more painting to do. So we're at war with the Comintern as well as the Allies, and well, you can tell by the fact that there's not a whole lot of Germany left on the map, not a whole lot of Axis left on the map, that things might have deteriorated somewhat. On the bright side, the Eastern Front is more or less stable. The Western Front is a mess, and on the less bright side, there is absolutely no one guarding the rear. Please, gentlemen, guard the rear. Oh god, the Alps are like wide open. So yeah, that's just inviting the Soviets in for a walk. Okay, other than the tactical situation, what is the strategic situation? Oh, we have massive amounts of equipment. You know, if you have 300,000 guns and 3 million men unmobilized, I recommend mobilizing more men. You know what? While we're here, mobilize another army group. 120 divisions queued up, and we still have equipment to spare. What are you doing, brother? You have a spy agency that's apparently been building a collab in France. Nice. Ciphers being broken. Keep working on that. Construction. You've stopped building. Let's ramp that back up. Mills, and fuel. You got a little bit of oil. So we're gonna need synthetics. If I'm not wrong. Oh, actually, you do have quite a bit of rubber. You don't even need to import all that much. So it's probably just gonna be construction of mills and more potentially some infrastructure. No, you're actually doing really well. So what's right? Basic historical timeline just advanced. Yeah, this is basically what just happened to Germany. Got fucked by the Soviets and then the Allies. Let's take a look at production. So considering we have 300,000 guns in the bank, I don't need you making carabiners. Just make that. Again, support equipment. We have plenty? 13,000. How about we reduce these numbers? You know, how about we bring these numbers down? Like AA, 30,000 artillery pieces, AA, 12,000. Again, just bring it down. Even super heavy howitzer. I don't really like super heavy howitzers, if I'm honest. I'd rather invest in more air. But not interwar large airframes. No, thank you. Now, this is one of the things I just noticed that's wrong. One, you have 149 factories, but they're not being used optimally. Okay, let's also make some better artillery while we're here. You're making all the tools you need, including improved medium tanks. You don't have to make improved ones, but the medium tanks are fine. I would, however, replace the medium cannon with either the improved medium cannon, better yet, the howitzer. It's just so much better. The enemy doesn't have that many tanks in single player. You're almost always better off going with the improved medium howitzer in single player. Ramp up stuff like armor, engines, that sort of thing is very nice to have. I would never go with welded armor. I would go with riveted. Yes, you have less armor, but the unit is cheaper to make and you can offset the armor in other ways. Up here, again, I would not pick that armor upgrade. I would pick... Oh, you don't have it. I would just pick, where are we? Another heavy machine gun. And this I would use for easy maintenance, but you don't have it unlocked yet. This is not very reliable. I know that, but it doesn't have to be. So we'll save that and put that in production. And then your fighters, BF-109DAs. It's 1943. You're making a design that was in production before the war even started. So this is hopelessly, horrendously out of date. Couple of pointers. You want heavy machine guns, not lights. You want single engines, the best single engine you can fit. Never go for double engine on a light airframe. It's too expensive and it barely gives you anything. This thing, the defense turret has to go. It's like a stopgap measure. It is not good. Get armor plates alongside self-sealing fuel tanks. You know what? Don't pick Messerschmitt. Instead, pick Focke-Wulf. As you upgrade Focke-Wulf, it starts out slightly weaker than Messerschmitt, but it allows you to get a very significant increase to your range for light airplanes. There's 15% here. There's another 10% there. There's another 5% here. All together, this will give you the range you need to not have to put a fuel tank on your fighters, meaning this entire bottom row can be used on defensive equipment, meaning you have a very high air defense and a normal, relatively normal air attack, meaning these airplanes will trade favorably with every AI design out there, making it so much better. So we're not going to make, might as well keep making them while we're here, but we're going to make them using Focke-Wulf to get the experience on that design. And you're not making any ships, judging by the fact that you only have the starting navy. You might want a couple of destroyers in there. Anyway, I'm not going to do this now. The navy, it's 1943. We're not going to make any meaningful numbers. Might as well just pump out subs. Doctrines. So we're balls deep in desperate defense. This is like 5% recruitable pop that do we need 5% recruitable pop from that? I really don't like this branch. Yes, I know, Werewolf Guerrilla's actually pretty good guerrilla tactics on the defense, and recruitable pop's always nice, but it's only nice if you actually need it. I'm not sure we actually need it. I've just noticed this. You've gone prioritize economic growth, which is fine. It's good. It's solid enough. But I prefer the 4-year plan. Honestly, if you can get the autarky, it's chef's kiss. That's fine. What I would grab, and I would recommend anyone do this, is go for combined arms. So the combining expanding Luftwaffe and develop modern maneuver warfare. Combined arms is pretty nice. The air superiority bonus in combat and coordination. Dive bomber, just overall really solid. So that's what I'm gonna aim for next. And then, I don't know, whatever gets me something. Political power, you gotta spend it at some point. So Funk is good. Heydrich, I would replace with the Rijksminister for Labor for more output. And then we have Ribbentrop, who does literally nothing. I mean, not literally nothing. He might as well do nothing. He is a pointless joke. I could replace him with this guy, but there's really no point. He slows down research. He just gives me stability, it's not that good. Leni Riefenstahl is all right. I think we're better off with Heydrich at this point. Yeah, might as well keep this idiot then. Down here, Keitel. I would replace Keitel as soon as I can with Halder. Chief of the Navy, we'll get donuts, obviously. Hermann Göring can sit here and build me airplanes. War economy could go to total mobilization and then pick women in the workforce, which I guess we'll do. Get into my workforce, you women. We'll also grab war bonds. We'll develop some of Germany. Got all the political power in the world. Might as well. I think that's about all I want to do here. We'll hold on to the campaign instructions. They might be useful in the counter-assault. While you have access, unfettered access to the Maginot. If you're going to fall back to defensive position, there is no better defensive position in Western Europe than the fucking Maginot. Don't give this back. Seize it, stand on top of it, hold on to this thing for dear life. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles you can still hold, and you only need a couple of units to hold it. It is a lifesaver if you can fall back to it. Just hold the Maginot. Don't fall back past the Maginot. You'll just hand it back to the enemy, and you'll have to fight your way right back through it. Your MIOs are all horrifically out of date. That's nice. And then you've gone Messerschmitt, but you put exactly no points into it. And I know you have the DLC, because you didn't have the DLC, this would not have any experience into it. So you have the tools, you've simply chosen not to use them. So it took a while. Up north here, we're gonna try and get this army up here safe. It's a giant waste of troops, so we'll try to salvage that. The west, we're gonna fall back to the positions that we can attain. And then over here, giant gap in the line. I have these units, so I'm going to individually deploy them 1 unit at a time in the correct places to have a makeshift front line ready to go. I can always last stand these units if I really have to. Now we have something, I guess, of an army ready to go. Air Force. We have an Air Force. Let's get it up there and fighting. Okay, nothing else for it but to get going. And we got the Maginot. All right, let's halt. Eastern Front holds. This place is also holding. I'm going to counterattack while I can. See if I can retake Innsbruck. The goal being recapture this territory. See if I can get to the mountain pass there. How is this up there? I think we'll be able to get these guys out. And then we'll reposition them all on the, I'm guessing, Western Front. I need troops on that Western Front. Strategically redeploy. And you as well. Oh, they can't because sabotage. Why are you not able to redeploy? Strategic redeployment disabled. Oh, because there's massive amounts of resistance. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. These guys are going to be very, very slow in their retreat. Okay. Might as well delete them, honestly, up there. Now, the guy who sent this in did say the Eastern Front's probably fine, so I'm going to take his word for it. Convert everything to Infanterie Division. Everything else is quite terrible anyway. Up here, these guys are a lost cause. I'm going to delete them. And honestly, it's starting to look like this might also be a lost cause. I can delete this if I want to and still recover the men. So I'm going to do that. This is pointless. This is just pointless. Speaking of pointless, how is this going? Could be better. Could be worse, but could be better. These guys have made it to this position, which is pretty sweet. And then we've encircled the Soviet unit. All right, it closes this port of the front. Good. Get ready to lose a bunch of fighters, but we're going to try and pick a fight over the Benelux. It's going to be costly, but if I can punch through there with the armor, we secure that flank. Let's go. Air is up, but it's not going to do much. It might. All right, green skies, go. I said go. How's research? I forgot about research. Night vision, good. Improved equipment conversion is nice, but not what we need right now. I'm going to get improved small airframes using Focke-Wulf. Panzerschrecks, okay. Artillery upgrade, okay. Improved oil processing. Very nice, but I want airplanes first, so we're gonna grab engine 3s, again using Focke-Wulf, and that's it. Once we finish night vision, I'm also going to grab the heavy MGs here so we can start working towards an actual competent air force. Up there, are these guys escaping? Yay, they are escaping, just exceedingly slowly because of the very high resistance. Come on, I need that armor to do well. Come on, armor. All right, let's take a breather. Let's take a small breather, reposition, get ready for a push to The Hague. I might just use the campaign instructions against the Netherlands for this. I'll just use the campaign instructions. That will allow me to punch through. It should allow me to punch through. Yeah, we have enough of the Maginot. I would have liked to hold on to Metz, but so be it. It's fine. It's okay. Now we're pushing them off the tile quickly enough. Nice. But then they dig in Utrecht. Shit. Ah! Oh well, it's a start. It's a start. All right, it's a start. All right, the armor is in Utrecht. Let's go a little further. And we'll be able to sit on the Rhine. Just allow me to sit on the Rhine, boys. Stop pinning my position. Oh, no! 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 Unacceptable! Unencircle that. Unencircle that now. Now. I need that unencircled now. Oh, thank fuck for that. Oh, I had a moment there. Move troops around. This is a horrific breakthrough. What the fuck just happened? Ah, it's my... Oh, I need my armor. I need these divisions. Ah, I have these divisions. All right. You need assistance. That is very obvious. All right, mass reorganization, but this should allow the front line to be a lot more robust. How's the armor doing here? Still doing well. If we can just break through, recover some. Yep, broken through. Now if we can get to The Hague, that'll be lovely. Yeah, I'm burning through airplanes in the Benelux. It is not a pretty sight, but it has to be done just to give me a chance. So I took Friesland back. All right, cool. All right, we're on the Rhine in most places where I wanted to be on the Rhine. There might be some more territory we will have to give up. Hopefully not too much of it. I think I've fixed this for the most part. Western Front's a little precarious still, mostly in this area, but it should stabilize as I get more units to that front. East is about as solid as it's going to get, and my tanks are going to be ready for some counterattacks soon. And we're going to have to give up Luxembourg. Wish I wouldn't have to, but just to tighten the front lines a little. Now, however, it is time to finally get this Air Force going. We are going to be producing some... I wouldn't call these modern airplanes. I think they're already outdated or soon to be outdated. But we're going to throw these guys up anywhere. Self-sealing fuel tanks with a lot of armor. We're going to lean on heavy machine guns. And we're going to use Focke-Wulf. The range is at plus 35%. It's not fully maxed out, but it's starting to get there. And for all this time, I still haven't gotten this army out of Denmark. Out of Norway. They have to walk so slowly. I'm tempted to just disband them. This is so great. Sweden has us embargoed, but they still accept the trade deal. Meaning we have the resource rights to that's Norrbotten. Västerbotten! I think that... that frees up the resources for production. Production now continuing at full pace. Thank fuck for this new focus tree and its overpowered nature. Or was it demands to Sweden? I did. Yeah, they just accept it. Well, we've got a little oil. Let's see if I can make a little maneuver here. It's not going to be much, but I really want to start cutting down the numbers. I've also deployed a few of my aircraft, so I have about 400, well, a little less than 400 good airplanes, so the improved small airframes. And I'm putting up these where the enemy really isn't contesting me much, but whenever they go up against sort of similar numbers, so not 10 to 1 odds, they do perform very well. So these are doing really well, and we're working on the next tier of aircraft as well, advanced, and I think once we hit that, we have that technological edge we need. Anyway, with a little fuel I now possess, I'm going to try some encirclements. This area is holding out fairly well. Deployed a little cast to, you know, just keep this fight going instead of losing it. Encircle and destroy, encircle and destroy. Snake my way through here. I shall be the snake of Denmark. Well, we're getting to Königsberg, but it's not going to be the massive encirclement that I had. Well, massive. The large-ish encirclement I would have hoped for, but I'll take 7 divisions. You know, 7 divisions is better than not killing 7 divisions. I'll take it. And the Norwegian units have actually made it to a port, and they're starting to get across very, very slowly. Where are you? Congratulations, Maximilian von Weichs. You've gotten your troops to the front line. It only took you, what, 6 months? A very, very slow walk from the north of Norway all the way down south. That's an impressive walk. Anyway, with that, we have Königsberg, a little bit of manpower, a little bit of its industries. It's not much. It's probably not even a sustainable position, but I'll take it. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is, in fact, so unfortunate. I'll have to bring the armor up to deal with it. That is exceedingly, exceedingly unfortunate. So I'm gonna lose the butter front, and they're gonna join the allies anyway, so we might pick the top option, which declares war. I'm gonna keep this on screen for a bit so I can get units in position. Honestly, if I really want to be cheesy about it, I can just deploy an army right here. Because of course I'm going to. If the game's gonna fuck with me like this, I'm gonna fuck with the game. They are ungrateful backstabbers. So we'll deal with them vigorously. Just gotta make sure they're not able to link up with allied elements. We should be okay. Yeah, they immediately join the allies for a split second there. That will allow the allied fleets to move through as well. Anyway, I think we have Denmark well in hand. And so we shall tame the snake of Denmark. And just to be sure, let's get some air up as well. Good cast damage. We'll obliterate them. Okay, so a sudden breakthrough along the Soviet front. How are they getting through Warsaw all of a sudden? Nothing else for it but to deploy another army. Fine. This guy's gonna have to last stand. It's not gonna be pretty. And we're breaking through here easily. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything is fine.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
And we have basically defeated the Snake of Denmark. I'm also going to get rid of Göring for just a little bit, replacing with the all-weather expert so I can work on reorganizing the Luftwaffe. Yes, I think we're good. Once more, get this armor back to Lucht, fall back, conserve fuel, and there goes Dankmark. So be it. Now that I'm getting a little more fuckable 490s out there, we are effectively contesting at least the Soviet air, so they still have air superiority, but it's a matter of time before they get whittled down. They outnumber us 4 to 1, but we are shooting down so many more of their airplanes than they're shooting down of ours. This is where the quality edge really comes in. The Focke-Wulf 190s are so good, so we will eventually whittle down their air force to probably nothing if we can keep production going and line only go up. Going to improve the air force some more by reorganizing the Luftwaffe, and then we'll switch Ritter von Greim back out for Göring, so we can make more bombers more quickly, more. Also working on some cavity magnetrons for more radar. Radar is pretty important if you're dealing with air. And now that we have the advanced airframes, I can make the TA-152. Historically, very good airplane. And this one, it might not have that 1,000 kilometer range. It has a relatively low range, but Focke-Wulf can still upgrade a little bit. What it does have, though, is 3 armor plates and self-sealing fuel tanks, 33 air defense, 54 air attack, and it is a solid piece of kit that will win us the air war. And also somewhat belatedly realized I wasn't making any flamethrower tanks. These are pretty important for your armor divisions. It's nothing fancy. I basically took the design we already had, added flamethrowers, and then designed it as a flame support company. I also took welded armor because the extra cost doesn't really matter that much, and a little bit of extra armor in the divisions is nice. I'm trying to get that encirclement going that I talked about earlier, and yes, it does look like we've got it. And while I'm here, I'm going to try and do it to Mulhausen as well. So the tile here, next to the Swiss border, it's hills, so not mountains, not the perfect terrain, but serviceable nonetheless. This is 20 divisions encircled, including a heavy French tank division, so I'll take that as a win. Even if we don't perfectly encircle this, this will have been a success. Wonderful. And if they would stop pinning my tanks on Nancy, there we go. We're going to run down the armor, and they alone can do so much more. And just like that, Mulhausen is encircled. It is a level 10 fort, so it's going to be a giant pain in the ass to deal with, but it will crack, and it will give us control of the Maginot. Up here, naval invasions, they'll be dealt with. Well, so much for the Danish Navy. I do control this area, so I think more or less I'm good. Now that I've made a little bit of headway here, we'll see. Now we are fully past the Maginot. I could run further and start grabbing some land. Up here, the mountaineers finally broke through, and we do have a little bit of a playground in the Alps here. The goal is to grab as much land as we can, then dig in. Over here, I made a slight tank push, which burned through all of my fuel, but it did put Hungary on the map again in some capacity, I suppose. I think I've broken the back of the Soviet Air Force. Their numbers have started dropping significantly. Our radar is up. We are making very large amounts of really good airframes on a daily basis. I think we broke their backs. And we're reaching the coast here. I need that armor to start rolling in that case. We are headed to Fiume. See if we can make a nice encirclement happen. All right, we got the armor here. Now the armor we're going to have swing in towards the mountaineers so we can meet in the middle. We're doing this without fuel though. This is purely running off the reserves that the tanks have on them. So once they run out of fuel, it's Jover as far as the armor is concerned. Oh yes, they're all bottled up here. And that is a good portion of the Soviet army just wiped out. Bada bing, bada boom. I think the Soviets have run out of steam. But I'm going to put the armor here and see what they can do. See what we can do to the Italians before they can get their act together. Oh yeah, we got the Italians. Hey, Yugoslavia's back on the map. Welcome back, Prince Paul. Oh yeah, we have won the air war against the Soviets. We've broken them. And I believe with that, we have most of Italy secured. Just gotta be able to push past Messina, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. It always is a giant pain in the ass, but we've got the boot. Mussolini has something of a country again. Doesn't have an army, doesn't have an industry. Well, it has... he best get to work, is what I'm saying. This man has his job cut out for him. Oh, that's less than great. We now have American Japan and Soviet Japan. Well, Japan is out. It's just us. It's just us against everyone else. But on the bright side, Italy's back, Hungary's back, Yugoslavia is kind of back. I have fuel again. I have an idea. It's bold. It's beautiful. I need to gather all of my CAS, as much air as I can spare, which should be a respectable number. I can get a couple of airplanes assigned to the task. We're going through the Netherlands, so the Benelux. I'm gonna get my armor to go through Maastricht, towards Liège, cut through there, Brussels, etc. Oh, Charles, Count of Flanders. Wonderful. Anyway, we're gonna cut towards the North Sea, cut off that northern section, and try to run south. I will be using the campaign instructions against Belgium for this one. Look at the TA-152 at work. This is why I pick Focke-Wulf. You outtrade everyone and anyone. In the air war, quality is well, not everything, is 3/4 of the equation is quality, the rest is quantity. And this is what I put up, and it wins. It wins. It wins. Yes, it has slightly less range. It still has more than enough range to get the job done, and it does the job admirably. 50% range. Yes, I lose range because I add the armor plates, but look at it. Look at the numbers. We are wearing down the Allied Air Force. We have broken the back of the Soviet Air Force here. We control the skies where we want to fight, and that is what we want to do. And next up, we're going to put them up over the Benelux. Uh-oh. I was going to say we're punching a hole clean through. I might have accidentally encircled myself. I should have been paying more attention to what I was doing on the front line. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I can get myself unencircled. Now punch a hole clean through. All right, we've unencircled ourselves. Good. Well, the Dutch have capped. All right, the Belgians have capped, but front line's disgusting AF, boys. Well, Cass is doing its job, so we should be able to collapse this reasonably quickly. Yeah, we're getting this sorted out. We'll take the port of Rotterdam. That is it. That is like 50 divisions on this tile because there's a couple over here. So that is 35 plus another 13. And this is 55 plus another 4. Alright, that is a massive pocket dealt with. Oh, yes. Et voila. I think that is the last bit of that pocket. Oh, I love to watch that armor work. It is beautiful seeing that front line shift. And the French have capped. I don't even know how many casualties this was for the West. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, just mopping up. 100,000 there near Poitou. Death by 1,000 cuts, basically. And with this last push, the last remaining forces of the Allies are going to be wiped off the European continent. Ready, set, go. We're going to now prepare for the big sweep into the Soviet Union and call this done. We've got our land back. I wish we could form some sort of Vichy France here. I don't feel like occupying all of it, but yeah. C'est la vie. And just like that, we've put an end to the presence of the Allies in Western Europe. So time to swing everything east, and we are going to crush them. We are going to crush the Soviets, and we're going to do it nice and quick. I'm thinking armored thrust through the plains here towards Venezia, then down to Odessa. And we bring in all the air. I control the skies now. These are my skies. They're mine. So I'm just going to aggressively battle plan the Mountaineers down here through Yugoslavia. I had a different idea for the armor. So the Mountaineers are going to do the push there, and I'm going to get the armor towards this area and try to reach Bulgaria. Because Bulgaria is technically, they're probably willing to join my faction eventually. They're close, really close. I need reinforcements here to hold Norway. Would rather not lose Norway. Yes. It's going well, and I can probably smash a sizable number of Soviet forces this way. I get the armor punching right through. We are overrunning them, and the armor is through. The armor's through. Okay, this is wide open. Run them down to Greece. I don't know how far we'll get, but tighten the noose, tighten the noose, tighten the noose. Another accidental encirclement. Now we run the armor down into the Yugoslav front. Get all these Soviet units here trapped, hopefully, by seizing the ports before they can all pull out. All right, alliance with Spain, that might bring the Spanish in. Might as well ask the Portuguese as well. Friend in need is a friend indeed. Thank you, Franco. Took you long enough. Welcome aboard. I do wonder what's it going to take to get these guys in. What if I improve relations? I could probably sway the Bulgarians enough if I improve our relations. Get them on side. Punching through the Greek lines like they're not even there, so Greece is going to fall relatively quickly. And it does look like the Bulgarians want in on the fun. Welcome aboard, Bulgaria. Took you long enough. Oh, this is a problem. Bring the armor back home. Damn it. Oh, they took so many ports. Yes, the tank is the answer to all problems. All right, got the Greeks. And now just push these allied forces back into the sea. This is my continent now. Huzzah! We've got Salazar and Franco in. What a dynamic duo. So we've got a lot of friends now. Gonna do a little bit of a funky maneuver, trying to get our tanks to meet in the middle here near Bessarabia and just encircle the entirety of the Soviet Army Corps that is presently in Romania. Is it gonna work? I don't know. But if it does, it's gonna be great. And it does look like we might just make it. Meet, cute. Okay, Fall of Gibraltar, good. I think they just killed another one of them, or captured another one of my agents. It's done! Got him, traps. Got him. You close that, and the infantry move in here as well. Just close that pocket as quickly as possible before they can smash it back open, destroy it. Alright, that is a great success. That's a great breakthrough. The entire southern portion of the Soviet army is basically trapped here, ready to be destroyed. They had 14.5 million casualties when I started. We're up to 16, and the submarines are starting to do some actual damage here to enemy fleets. Oh dear god, that is a big-ass naval invasion. Okay, they're just naval invading me everywhere. Everywhere. Holy shit. Okay. This is simply the late-game allies experience, where they just throw wave after wave of their own men at you. It's great. Oh, the back of the Soviet army is broken. What are they up to? 17 million casualties, and we're just going wherever we want to. In Vitebsk, can drive up there. We've taken Smolensk. Just keep driving, keep taking land, keep encircling more and more of their divisions. Oh, we got them. And we fended off the naval invasions as well. Good thing you had the mountaineers on hand. Really good in cleaning up Italy. If only I could get across to Sicily. Basically at the gates of Moscow, and the Russian army is down to 100 divisions. I killed more than half their army in that push. More than half their army. Jesus Christ, we just drove into Moscow like it's nothing. There's nothing left. And that's Leningrad. I don't think there's a Soviet army left. 63 divisions left, 17.7 million casualties. And in preparation of my inevitable trip to the UK, I'm building more cruisers. I'm upgrading the ships I have, basically adding the best radar, fire control, and best secondary batteries I can. Those are the cheapest things to refit, because that's the thing with refitting. Let's take a look at, for instance, the Admiral Hipper here. This is the current design. If I were to touch the engines, ridiculously expensive. That would take an inordinate amount of time. If I were to refit the armor, same deal. But what you can do is add an MIO, for instance, Blumenvost, 5% additional speed. Good. Add that, doesn't cost that much. Then start adding secondary batteries, still not that much. Best fire control you have, still not that much. Add radar to it, still not that much. And then any slot like a secondary battery, you can refit relatively cheaply along with things like the anti-air. What you never want to refit, simply because it would take too long, is armor, engines, or main batteries, so big capital guns. Everything else you can refit relatively cheaply. So this refit would take 72 days with 5 dockyards, which is reasonable. And we would have a modernized Admiral Hipper. And with that, we have dealt with Stalin. He had nothing left. Let's just clean this up, turn everything around, and head to London. These are beautiful borders, perhaps the most beautiful borders ever. But if we can make them even more beautifuler, I need political power to do that. Well, that is that war sorted out, and now I have to railroad a billion divisions to plug all the gaps. I'll be honest, the front lines are gonna be ass. We also got Hirohito back, so we gave him half of Japan back. Unfortunately, all he has is a navy. He's got quite a nice navy. Let's do some renaming. Yes. And it would appear that the refit of our fleet is paying dividends. This is the first major engagement I've seen with the Allied fleet, and numbers are good. So I've refitted all of my heavy ships, including a couple of Soviet heavy ships, into more appropriate designs, and yeah, the numbers are very much on our side. It does help, obviously, that we control the skies as well. Behold the Navy in all its glory. It is quite glorious. Couple of repairs and we're back in it. So a few more refits to do. They'll be done reasonably soon, and we'll finish Operation Sea Line in a bit, and then we'll hit the UK with everything we have. Donuts, meanwhile. Admiral Donuts is doing donuts on the Atlantic and just sinking everything left, right, and center. We've dealt with Iran. The front lines are just annoying, exceedingly annoying to deal with, but they will be dealt with. Well, like, a good portion of the fleet is in repairs. Did get a nice decisive battle in there, which decided exactly nothing. Both our fleets just got wrecked and sent into repair, but I have Green Seas. I have Sea Line, Operation Sea Line for another few months. Let's just go. All-out invasion of the British coast. We're gonna put the air up. We're gonna put the CAS up. We are going for broke. Meanwhile, I've overrun Iran, I'm into India, I'm walking through Egypt. We might not be able to land everywhere, but I think we'll land in Portsmouth and next to Dover. Alright, we're into Portsmouth. Let's also get the armor across and just bulldoze the UK. Glorious cast damage, winning the air war. Just need to bring more numbers in. I have more numbers, I'm just gonna bring all of the numbers in. With the armor arriving, counter assault, and we'll drive in. Oh yeah, we're winning the air war nicely. There goes London, and the rest of the UK is not far behind now. They are no match for German armor and German air power. And there goes the United Kingdom. Not so united now, are ya? I'd say with that, we have more than conclusively concluded that the Axis have won. This disaster is saved. We've pulled back from the brink and have restored Germany to its rightful place at the top of the food chain. All that remains is to continue to build up the Navy, which is well underway. There are multiple heavy ships being built as well as refitted. There are still a significant number of focuses left to assist us in crossing the Atlantic. And when we do that, we can make a hop and a skip, get to the United States of America and capitulate them. I believe those are the last ones standing, the US of A, which I genuinely don't want to do. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this disaster. I hope you enjoy these videos overall. If you like it, leave a like. It really helps the videos out in the algorithm. And I hope to see you guys in the next video as well. Goodbye.